Hey guys, today I'll be talking to you about the Dark Guardian, which is the cooperative boss from Grimsoul, and how to tackle him. So here's the strategy guide or guidelines. Um, so the way you want to tackle this boss is hopefully you'll have 10 people for two reasons. It's really easier to kill the boss with 10 people than it is to kill with 9 or 8, as it's pretty much impossible to kill it with 7 people, as you'd need like a lot of luck and you'd fail way too many times. Even with 8 it's not optimal, but it still has a decent turnover. And at 9 and 10 it gets easier, and 10 especially it's really easy. And the other reason is that at 10 people you get the maximum amount of rewards when you kill the boss, since you have 10 members getting the boss rewards. So after, with that said, let's look here into the picture. Um, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chests. That's around the tree that's in the middle. You'll want to open these chests first, as you get food and weapons. And the reason we tried multiple strategies before, with a couple people beating the tree before, or going around. We tried a bunch of stuff to understand how the attacks worked. So here's how the tree will attack you, and and the reasons why it does so. It has two attacks. One is a single target attack that deals 8 true damage, or 8 damage since there's no armor, and that's the single targeted one, which goes off pretty frequently. I believe it's like every game tick or every other game tick, and it's random. It can hit anyone. And then you have an AoE, which is a circle in the ground that deals damage after like 1 second of it appearing. So you have a bit of leeway to escape it, but unless it spawns like dead center on you. But you do have some leeway, and that AoE is also random and can hit anyone in the group. So the most efficient way to open a chest, given that you have a single targeted spell and an AoE spell, with one person you can see that it would be hard to open the chest, because every couple seconds someone gets hit with an AoE. And when you're opening a chest, if everyone that is trying to open the chest stops opening it, it will reset and you'll have to start over. So if you have one person on the chest alone, what happens is they can be stopped by the AoE and the single target attack. And the AoE is also pretty frequent. It goes like every 2 seconds there's an AoE. So one person is not a good idea. Now let's look into 3 people opening the chest. Even though having a lot of people in the same chest won't make it open any faster, so there's no real reason to have a lot of people on the chest. But let's see what happens with 3 people. Now with 3 people, you are not really bothered by the single target spell, because if one person gets stopped, the other two are still opening the chest, and you should be clicking the open button so you can start opening the chest as soon as you're stopped. So imagine you're opening the chest, you're clicking the open button, and as soon as the single target hits you, you'll start opening the chest. Now, if you have, let's see, 3 people, right? So you have one here, one here, one here. Okay. The single target won't be an issue because the other two will start opening it. But now what happens is each person has a chance to get hit by the AoE. Like when the tree sends the AoE attack, it will roll, like the game will roll for one person, and that person will spawn the AoE around him. So if this person here is static, the AoE will come like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, something like that, you know? but with the person getting hit. Now, if you have 3 people, now you have the AoE being able to spawn here, here, or here. So you have more chances of that chest getting hit by an AoE. But if you have only 2 people, right? You have this one and this one, there's only 2 chances for the AoE to hit them. Okay. So you want 2 people on each chest. So that way you don't get hit by many AoEs, but at the same time, if one person is stopped by the single target spell, the other one can keep going. About the positioning you see here, there's a reason for that. There's a reason this person is close to this person, and they're all at opposite sides of the chests. The reason for being is that this person and this person are close enough that if this person gets an AoE, it can spawn like this. By trying to open the chest from the maximum distance you can, like imagine the chest is like this, you can open it here, or here, or here. If you open it at the maximum distance, you can be close enough to the other person so that you share an AoE potential. Let's see it in like math perspective. You have, let's say, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, whoops, and group 5, group 4 and group 5. Now, it doesn't matter if only one group or 2 groups are working in the chests and the other 3 go for the tree. Because what will happen is the chance for the groups, for any of these groups of 2 people is 2 out of 10 to get hit. So essentially, each group has a 1 in 5 chances of getting hit by an AoE. Now, if all these people go to the center, these 2 groups will still have a 1 in 5 chance each of getting hit, right? So you might as well try to open chests, because the more chests you open, the longer the people can stay alive. Because if this group is having difficulty opening a chest, but this one gets it really fast, they can always go here and grab some food and then go back and try to open the chest again. Because when they open this chest, this group that was here then can go and grab food there, because these guys won't be needing it, but these guys might, or anyone else for that matter. So after seeing this, you can see that you have 1 in 5, right? But with the way that we have positioned the players, what happens is it's not 1 in 5. It's, well, let's say it's 1 in 10, which is half. So 1 in 10 chances, because you have this circle, this one, and this one. So it's not really 1 in 10, it's a bit less. And it doesn't mean that the AoEs will come that way, but you have like a really better chance of getting of not getting hit, because if these 2 people stop opening the chest because the AoE hits here, these 2 will still have a chance to open it, and they'll keep the timer. The timer will still be there, so then what happens is these people can instantly go back at it again and start helping open the chest, you know? So this way, you have the best probabilities of opening all chests. And opening all chests helps your probabilities even further of your team keep being alive for the time being as the boss progresses. And the rest is just a bit of luck, but with 10 people you don't really need luck. And it's just communication. And that's part two. It's communication. It's key. And what happens is every time a group opens a chest and then goes for another chest, because essentially you'll have 5 initial groups, right? So A, B, C, D, and E, or groups 1 to 5. You'll want to the first like 3 groups to open a chest should go to the other 3 chests without anyone. And as soon as these chests are all being opened, anyone else can just join the tree and start attacking, because they'll see there are people here, here, and here. Okay? Once the chests are all open, or as you're opening chests, you have to call food, and you'll have to call the weapons. And you'll have to also call if a chest is empty. So, for example, if I open this chest, I will then communicate to my team what weapons and food are in there. If you don't have to be super specific, you can just say there's still weapons there. But usually the first chest you open, you take the weapons, so you'll only really have to talk about these 3 weapons, as we assume that all the other weapons are taken, because each chest has 2 weapons and 2 people on it, so they won't have weapons left. But most importantly, the food. So the food is what keeps everyone alive, so you don't want to get the food immediately and you want to leave it there. And then you open another one and you leave it there as you go to the other chests. And as these chests are trying to be opened, they can go there and grab it and go back. And once they do that, they should also tell if there's still food in there, and try to speak about to talk about how much of it is there still. And once the chest is empty, they should report it as empty. So they would go like northwest or top left chest empty. So no one else goes there again looking for food. Now that we have this part understood, we should talk about the fight, the actual fight. So now everyone has 1 weapon, and there's a couple more here, and you will have food everywhere, or at least in some places. So you might have this one empty and this one empty, but this one will be full, this one will be full, this one will be half, you know. So you just have to go around the boss, and as stated here, you try to avoid clumping, because if you have a bunch of people here, what will happen is the AoEs will be like this. And they will stop everyone from attacking the tree every couple seconds. Now if you have people separate, you'll have one here, but these guys will still be able to hit the tree. If you have like one here, these guys will be able to hit the tree. Now what to do if someone dies? If you see you're going to die, if you're like at around like 30 HP, it's the time I tell my clanmates to go grab food. Because you don't really need, like, you can take 12 damage or you can take 8 damage. If you're unlucky, you get hit by both and you get 20 damage. You still have enough time with 30 HP to get hit with another like single target and live. Or if you want to, you can have a bit more HP, like 30 something, so you can also get hit with an AoE twice. But when you're around 30 health, you want to go and grab the food from the place that you know that still has and then report on it. But if you for some reason die, or if you know you're going to die and you have something on you, like a good weapon that still has quite some durability, you try to die away from the tree. The reason being, if your body is here, someone can go collect it from the tree. if you have the body here, and even if everyone is attacking on the other side, it might still reach. But if you die next to the tree, it's a good idea for your teammates, and if you have something decent or valuable with you, they should go to the opposite direction of where you died. That way, everyone will be here, and the body will be here, and someone can collect it. And then you can go back to being around the tree normally in 368 degrees around the tree. If someone dies while opening chests, meaning you'll have, let's hope you have 9 people still. What happens is you have one person away, one person working alone. If you want to have one person, there's still no reason for him not to try to open a chest alone, because he'll still get an AoE, and he will be stopped, but the other ones won't. And if he, by some reason, manages to open the chest, that actually happened a lot with us. If one person opening a chest, it's still fine, and he can move to the other one. But you just have to coordinate with your team, so make pairs of 2, and try to work with those pairs as much as you can, so you know how to work with each other. Try to have a team chat, like on Discord or some other program, and try to have at least one member of each team of 2 with voice chat, so they can communicate what's in the chest. If it's full, if it's empty, does it have weapons? And another thing, try to communicate with your members if you all have voice. Because if this guy is full HP, but this guy has just a little bit of HP, he can communicate to this guy and tell him, next time I get hit, I'll be too low. So next time we get hit, we stop. I go get food from here or whatever, and then we go back. And also be adaptable. That means if there are 2 people here and 2 people here, if this one dies and this one dies, don't wander around. Try to find each other or find a chest with only one person, so you 2 work together and make another team on the spot to open the chest. The boss has around like 2000 HP. The weapons range from like clubs to spiked maces, which are the best weapons there, but it's mostly ores and stuff like that. I don't know. We have ores, we have hoes, we have carthils, sickles. So not really big damage weapons. And there's no armor, no boots, no spells. So I hope that now you have a bit more of an idea of what to do. And obviously you should name every chest. So you should have the northwestern, or if that's kind of like hard to remember on the spot, you should just say what they are, like top left, bottom, bottom right. And remember that the zone is like this. I'm trying to make a square here. Okay, so it's kind of like this, you know. It goes on the edges, but I can't paint there. And remember, your groups, they spawn like this on the bottom chests, near the bottom chests. So you want to have these 3 chests, which are the closest ones to the spawn. That's where you want to have 3 groups, and then you can have 2 groups here or 2 groups here, because you don't want to walk all this way. So you just start like this, or you start like this. Okay? And that's pretty much it. I hope it helps. And good luck with the co-op fight. See ya.